10 years Chikuka Gwich'in Elder.
My name is Agnes Mitchell. I am from the community of Tsiigehtchic, Northwest Territories. I am 66 years old and I speak and understand the Gwich'in dialect. I am Tsiigehtchic. I attended residential school until grade 7. After I left, I stayed on the land with my parents and grandmother for 5 years. I gained the knowledge and skills to survive on the land at Tree River, the Tsiigehtchic. This was and still is the highlight of my life. Those 5 years I was out on the land, it was so peaceful. At that time, I didn't know I was gaining all this knowledge by getting wood with my father, which kept us warm at night and during the days. And I would go down to the river and get us ice, and we would have our hot tea. I didn't know at that time this was survival. I enjoyed being on the land so much. I would go and set snares for rabbits with my mom, and we'd be walking. Every day we'd walk. Town wasn't 5 minutes away. It was 45 miles away. My sister Alistine is 2 years older than me. She became educated at school and went on to get her master's and PhD. I respect her choice of education, and now I can depend on her for her knowledge. And I chose to stay with my own professors, my grandmother, my mother and my father, and various uncles and brothers. They taught me to respect the land, the animals, and for each other. I love my traditional foods and enjoy being at my fish camp in the summer months. Being a single mother, my children and grandchildren mean the world to me. I am hoping they understand the importance of the land and being Tsiigehtchic. At the age of 40, I started a new beginning. I didn't like the way my life was going because of alcoholism. And so I started the long, hard road to sobriety. It took me until the age of 50. I sort of woke up and realized, hey, there's lots to learn in this world. I moved to the city of Edmonton and attended adult upgrading. This was a big transition from small town to city living with my daughter and son. But in the process, I gained a new circle of friends who I am still in contact with today. At the age of 60, I realized how much knowledge I had, and I wanted to start sharing it. I started regaining my tradition. Any chance I got, I took language workshops and moose hide tanning workshops. I started going to community gatherings to meet people and share stories and information. I started sharing my life stories with grades 4, 5, and 6 students in a few different Edmonton schools. I also started creating custom-made moccasins. Some have gone to Moscow and Norway, all over the world. My cousin Crystal and I created a traditional knowledge resume for myself. So now I am 66 years old and I am ready to go. I am sharing knowledge with others through my workshops, and I am continuing to learn. I travel to Vancouver, Yellowknife, Fort McPherson, Tsiigehtchic for different traditional workshops. My mother encouraged me when I was out on the land with her. When I think back, living out on the land is a learning process also. I left school, but she encouraged me to read, and I am thankful for that. And from my grandmother, I learned not to expect payment for everything I do. She told me, what you do for others, just remember that your rewards are in heaven.
Chitinidan Akodashanu Nitsan Talta Shinle Nangchi Shuk O in tray Goodbye Shanu